Welcome to the stream, everybody. It is Friday, and we're back with Doing Japanese. How y'all doing? Everybody! Ladies, gents, lovely people, we are back. So, on today's stream, we're gonna be doing what we were doing on the last stream, pretty much. And just make sure that the video is configured correctly, because I do not like the autofocus that is going on here. Also, this, alright. Albaxi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So yeah, we are gonna start with kanji and graded readers. Once we are halfway through the stream, I'm gonna introduce you to yet another Comprehensible Input channel, and then once that is done, we're gonna dive back into the graded readers and doing kanji. And the reason why we're doing that, instead of playing a visual novel, that I need to catch up with with the kanji, because we have acquired the graded readers and we have stopped doing Anki. So basically I'm just trying to slowly catch up with everything. That's about it. That's the plan for today. So I hope that your language learning journey has been going well as well. And yeah, grab yourself a whatever you do to actually study Japanese. So whether it is Anki, whether it is your kanji studying book, or if you just want to follow along, you can follow along also. Also, I've just realized that I forgot to close the window and the sun is threatening to come out. So give me a second. I'll showcase the professionalism of the channel right away. 1 sec, lads. And ladies, and just lovely people. Hold up. All done. Alright. We're back. Right, yeah, so grab yourself a notebook and a pen if you're following along, or grab yourself your favorite Japanese learning media, and let's get started with some kanji, shall we? Alright. There we go. So again, we are just redoing the kanji, basically. So my workflow is as follows, really. It is this, and we'll be doing this in a little bit. There we go. We wanna do kai. So the reason why I'm doing it here, of course, I use Mazi for my vocab, but there we go. But what it does really well, as a matter of fact, is there we go. There it is. This is why. It actually shows you how to write it, and it shows you that where is the how to write it in terms of kind of a square grid, which I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can show you that now. Hold up. I've realized that I actually have a square grid. I have a square grid paper that I will be using, of course. So right, let's try and write that, and I'll shut up, and we'll just keep on studying, shall we? I think we shall. Let me switch back to this view there. All right, perfect. Kai no mi o toridasu. ここの人はお金の代わりに宝か貝を使う？宝か貝を使う。なるほど、なるほど。はい。この辺りでは、柿の貝が、Let's try this again. この辺りで、for the third time. この辺りでは、柿の貝が、貝殻が取りやすい？わからない。OK。この辺りでは、柿の貝殻 is one word が取りやすい。貝殻、oyster shells かな？でも、柿 is oysters. So 貝殻 is the shell。貝殻。なるほど、なるほど。はい。Okay. So, just can miru miyasu. Okay. Can, or let's just do miru. It's gonna be easier to find with the bad Windows IME. There we go. Hinagumo. Kaigara means a shell of a shellfish. Yeah, thank you so much. So first of all, welcome to the stream, of course. But yes, Kaigara is definitely a shell of a shellfish, and as you have seen, I have managed to figure that out. But thank you so much for letting me know. It is appreciated. So I'm just, if you are kind of brand new here and if you have not seen me do this before, so what I'm doing is I'm actually writing down the kanji, doing a little bit of a practice for writing, and of course that's engages your, shall we say, tactile memory. And then we go in and we do the reader. Also just realized that the music is, there we go, is absent, so we cannot have that. We gotta drop the music where music is due. I do apologize for that. All right. So Skull Daddy, welcome to the stream. Hello. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, we are, as I said before, we're starting with kanji, and we are doing kanji and graded reader per kanji until we are caught up to where we are, because if you haven't seen my previous stream, I have been waxing lyrical for almost an hour on how and why I have stopped using Anki, and I'm doing this instead. So we're doing graded readers that go together with KKLC. OK、一目見るかな？一目見る。はい。見なかった？見なかった？心の中で見る。はい。I know this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this, guys. Give me a second. 全く見えなかったの？ No is from my own. Skull Daddy. Can you ask me something? Well, I assume you can. That's why we're streaming, and that's why I'm not doing it all by myself like I usually do. Of course you can ask stuff. Of course, my man. Go for it. Go for it. I would be delighted to try and answer whatever questions or other statements you might have. Let's go! 東日本で見つかる貝見つかる貝と思うけど、貝、はい。何も見えなかった。はい。Come on. 次。やっと火事を見つけた。やっと火事を見つけた。I think is the way to read this. 80ページを見てください。はい。Chihimi, welcome to the stream. How you doing, bud? I hope you're doing well. Skull Daddy is asking how to use, I assume, ware? Is that in ware? Or... It's from what I understand, and hey, like I'm not fluent in Japanese, okay, so I'm just learner, same as yourselves. So first of all, I have not myself encountered ware or ware a lot in the Japanese in my immersion. First of all. But from what I understand, you would use it in kind of like more formal situations. No, yeah, when you want to be polite, basically. But again, this is me guessing. But again, from my encounters, I feel like whatever. When you use, or when I have heard whatever being used, it was always men that were using it. So maybe it makes it a bit more masculine. As I have never used it myself ever. Hey, surprise. So I am not 100% certain is really the answer here. But from what I have observed, yeah, so it's more formal, and I think there is a touch of masculinity to it, but I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But otherwise, I assume that you can just use tachi, nantoka watashi tachi, boku tachi, instead with ore tachi, ora tachi, nantoka tachi, yes, instead with the same way. Unless, because see, when you're writing in Romaji, it's very hard to know if we are talking about the same thing here. But hopefully that kind of gives you at least a hint to the, or gives you a hint of an idea of how to use ware in the conversations. Kana, ammari wakannei yo. So let me know if that is the ware you were talking about, unless it was something else and I have completely misunderstood what you were asking. All right. Yosh, tsugi. Yama no ue kara hito Or is it Mioros? It is Mioros. It is Mioros. Sometimes my mouse doesn't want to scroll down. 山の上から人を見下ろす。はいはいはい。日本の本土とみなされるかな。本土、なるほど。日本の本土とみなされる。はい、わかりました。みなされる is regarded。なるほど。はい。これはコートかな。Let's try this again. コートの代わり息を見るしかないや。コートの成り行き。コートの成り行きを見るしかない。はい。はいはいはいはい。それは、一見では見えないことだ。はあ、なるほど。さすがおら。さすが。I want to say 私はスカルです。And I want to show myself look powerful and act like God at the time I use 我。I don't know how to use it in this sentence. あれOkay, could you type ware in hiragana or better still kanji? Because now I'm totally confused what you actually wanted to do, Skull Daddy. Hold up. Let's see what ware are you actually referring to, right? Let's have a look. Ware. So is it this ware? Like ware no ware? Or which? So yeah, single ware. Yeah, okay. But ware no ware. Yeah. So like again, I'm a little bit confused. You literally just constructed a sentence there, right? As in, watashi wa skull desu. So you literally just substitute watashi for ware. That's ware wa skaru desu. That's all you need to do. I'm like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not understanding what exactly you're asking, but this is you literally you just substitute ware for watashi, right? It's a personal. It's an is it personal pronoun? I think it's a personal pronoun. So you literally just substitute the two words. That's how you use it. So as for looking, mighty and powerful, well, that is on you, man. That I cannot help you there. But Hinoguma, welcome. I'm a Japanese and I'm an English learner, but YouTube recommended this live stream. Well, I am glad that YouTube is matching the viewers and the streamers perfectly. I mean, hey, you could say it's linked. So I do speak in English a lot on the stream, more than I do in Japanese. Because ほら、日本語はあまり上手じゃないね。なのでちょっと英語、ずっと英語話してますね。下手くそだからな。And that is why I speak mostly English on the stream and not Japanese. So you know, maybe the YouTube thinks that hey, it will help you a little bit because sometimes I say a word or two in Japanese. I don't know, but please just a moment, I'll help you. Oh, there we go. There we go. Please help us, man. Hinoguma, yes, that would be. Yeah, watashi wa skaru desu means I'm a skull. Yeah. So I assume it's just ware wa. Yeah, so it's just a formal way of saying it. Nihonjin, nanka, I can't quite read the last kanji there, Chihyu, but you know what? You know what? I can do this and I would be able to read it. すごい。すげえな。すげえこりゃ。But yeah, I'll just continue with my thing, but I will. すごい。Yeah, ありがとう、Shiki. I appreciate that. Hinoguma, correct me if I'm wrong, but ware wa skaru nari. なるほど。But so does ware have like a little bit of a masculine feel to it, or can a female use ware as well? Nari means this. わかった。ありがとう。ひのぐもさん、本当にありがとう。優しい。はい、次だよね。はい。Oh, I just... I scrolled a lot. それは一目では見えないことだ。もう読んだよこれ。Skull Daddy, my GLPT exam is coming on the 6th of July. Surely you don't need to know what it. Like if you're asking about Ware, I mean, it's GLPT 5 and 5. Because you don't need to know Ware for GLPT and 5. And I'm pretty sure they won't be asking anything about that. なるほど。Yeah, okay. So it conveys, so what it conveys, first of all, it's an old word, yes, very formal. So I got that right. So it does have a connotation of a man, but it has a connotation of power. So if you're an empress, you can use ware as in a formal speech. Very interesting. 本当にありがとうございました。ひのぐまさん、ありがとう。はい。Okay. Let's get back to our kanji study, shall we? And actually, maybe. Well, hold up. If you've just started learning Japanese, you don't really need to even worry about ware. Just use boku or use watashi, or use ore, or if you are like me and you've just watched Ama-chan Asadora, use ora all the time. Ne. So yeah. By the way, a couple of days ago, or was it last week now? I finished watching all 150 something episodes of Ama-chan. Absolutely amazing Asadora. So highly, highly recommended. Probably if you're lower intermediate like me. So yeah, definitely a fantastic, fantastic series, and it will definitely introduce you to Tokuben. So yeah, or maybe even just Iwate-ben. あれはシャドウガーデン何これ何これシャドウガーデンあれ意味がわかんないよそりゃスカルデディどういう意味どういう意味ですかあれまあねlet's move on okay is it moveなくしたなんかなくした宝くis it 宝 no なくした銅塊を見つけ出したと思う違うなくした宝貝を見つけ出した見つけ出しの見つけ出したなんだこれ変はい。Oh, Skull Daddy, it wasn't an anime name. It's Asodora. It's a morning drama. So in Japan, they have like evening time dramas, and they have morning time dramas. So the morning time dramas are about 15 minutes long, and they're primarily catered towards kind of whole family. So the protagonists are usually young females who, and it's kind of like usually growing up story. So well, you can watch it on Japan TV or other places on the internet. I'll let you find them yourself. So you can also order it from Amazon, I'm sure. They have the whole series on a Blu-ray or a DVD, because Japan is that way. No, it's okay. It's okay, Skull Daddy. That's why I'm explaining, because I said it in Japanese, so you might not have actually gotten that. So yeah, so the morning dramas are they're 150 usually episodes or so, and they run daily, so every morning, 6 days a week. And on the 7th day, I think that's right, 6 days a week? Or is it 5 days a week? No, I think it's 6 days a week. And on the 7th day, they rerun it all as one big episode, right? So an hour and a half episode. And so yeah, usually the protagonist is a young female, and it's usually a story of coming of age story. And the cool thing is that all the vocab used, or most of the vocab used, would be day-to-day vocab, with some, of course, things that may be a little bit out of the left field, but not many. And the cool thing is that every single Asodora goes to different region of Japan. So it's a fantastic way to kind of acquaint yourself with different accents, first of all, but also different traditions of different regions. And of course, you know, they span all type of times, I suppose. So from they usually don't go like to very old time, but so 20th century to probably Meiji. I might be kind of lying there because I haven't seen a lot of them. So, but yeah, so it's a fantastic way to learn Japanese. Yeah, and I'll it's Ama-chan, not Aka-chan, Ama-chan, Ama-chan. This is the name. It's very easy. So, and this specific drama is about a young girl who comes for the first time to Iwate, and she's a little bit of a she's an introvert, and she comes to Iwate and she finally finds the place that she really likes and decides to become Ama-chan, which is a diver. They dive to get, in this instance, uni. So, and the story goes from there. I don't have an Instagram, man. I have Discord and YouTube, and I stream on Twitch. That's about all I do. I don't have an Instagram, I'm afraid. Yush. これから日本のビデオを見る。はい。みんなレバーが丸のを見た？は？みんなレバーリバーみんなレバーが回るのを見た。なるほど、なるほど。はいはいはい、わかった。アジア東分でよく見られる見られる行い。なんだ。行い。That's the reason that's always kind of trips me up. アジア東分でよく見られる行い。はい。Yeah, as Chu is saying, if you have a Discord, you can join Discord, and yeah, the link has been shared with the bot in chat, so you can just click that link and join there. And while the Discord is a little bit quiet, I think Chu will attest to that. But I think Chu, you've joined Discord. I'm pretty sure you did. But yeah, it is slowly growing, and I have shared some resources for Japanese learners there as well. So, Hitome-san wa hito o miru me ga aru. Miru me ga aru. Like, I understand everything that's being said. I just don't understand what it means. なるほど、なるほど。見る目がある。人を見る目がある。Good judge of character. そっか。白川さんはよくテレビを見ます。目に見えるものは全部王国の中だ？王国、なるほど。立ち上がったあたりを見回りしました？見回しました。はい。見回しました。はい。火の明かりの中で宝物を見つけた。はいや。 ここから火山が目にはっきりと見える。はい。中心の一部をよく見ようと手に立った。楽しろキキ !Welcome, welcome back! How you doing, bud? ミャオさんを見つけたありがとう優しいHow you doing, 楽しろキキ How you doing? So same as last stream, we're just going through the motions, going through the graded reader and trying to get better at reading the kanji and understanding the kanji. So yeah, I'm hungry but fine. Thanks. So hot today, and you? Graded reader, yes, we are great in that reader for shiz. Fighto, arigato. 楽しり聞きも頑張れ or as they would say in Iwate-ken, 頑張っぺ一緒に頑張っぺはいだよね頑張っぺかわいいじゃんかわいいそりゃSo gambappe is kind of gambaro or gambarimasho if you want to be, you know. I gotta say, Iwate-ben is really cool. So, and the only reason why I know this is because I was watching Ama-chan Asadora, which I have been talking about here just a little while ago. And the coolest thing about Iwate-ben is that, you know, all the particles like o, ni, e, de, and things like that, you take them, you throw them into the rubbish bin, and you replace them all with sa. So, for example, if you say, oh, Tokyo e ikitai, Tokyo sa ikitai. If you want to say, let's say, I don't know. What shall we say? I don't know. Shibuya de asagohan tabeta. I don't know. I'm just coming up with random words here, but so you would say Shibuya sa asagohan tabeta. 本当に簡単だべ Alright. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. It is super cool. Iwate-ben is amazing. I don't know if it's Tokuban-ben or Iwate-ben, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of heavily skewed towards Iwate-ben. But yeah. So, Skull Daddy, I think what you're trying to say is Biro no mimasu, and that is why it is very important, Skull Daddy, to set up your keyboard to write in Japanese so that you don't make these mistakes like that. Because when you write in Romaji, it's very easy to make mistakes, and usually the autocomplete in IME or it is IME. Will correct you, so, or will indicate what you should be writing. So, but yeah, it's Biro no mimasu is what Skull Daddy, I think, is wanting to say. Yeah, no worries, Tanoshiro-kiki, thank you so much. You know, whatever you're eating, bon appetit. Bon appetit. Have fun. Yeah, Chikyu is right. Romaji should be dropped before you start learning Japanese. Oh! RPG Atura, welcome to the stream, my man! It's been a while. What is Anki? We are not doing Anki. Actually, did I forget to change the title? Hold up. Hold up. I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I have set unrealistic expectations for my Twitch fellows there. Arpeggiatura. So to answer your question, Anki is a program that I do not use anymore. Anki is a すいません。よくできたよ, Skull Daddy. よくできた. So yeah, Arpeggiatura. Anki is a flashcard program. It's what is called SRS, Spaced Repetition System. So basically, it presents you flashcards. Well, the idea is of any SRS is it presents you flashcards just before you're forgetting them, right? So literally on the same day that you might forget them, it tries to present you the cards there. As far as the flashcards go, it is open source and it is the best flashcard system out there. All right. As far as the method for learning Japanese, well, it doesn't work for me anymore. And I say that after using it for about 15 months straight. So yeah. Are they really helpful? They can be helpful, but they have issues. And that's why I'm not using it anymore. I've heard people use those for guitar even. Yes, so anything that you need to memorize a lot of information. So for example, a lot of med students would use it. The issue with Anki is that unless you make the cards complex, the brain is very clever and it starts remembering the cards rather than the concept be on the card. So for example, if you have a sentence in Japanese and you're trying to learn a word, the brain would just be like, oh, the easiest way to remember this is just to remember the whole sentence. So you're not actually reading the kanji, you're just memorize the card. So that's the problem. And the solution is, of course, is to combine the concepts to make a more complex card that would test your understanding, which works fantastic for things like medical professions when they try to learn that. Not so much for learning the language because, yeah. So basically that. Also, the biggest con is learning without more complex cards, yeah. But the biggest con is learning without context, right? So, and this is especially relevant for language learning. And that's why I'm saying that, you know, making more complex cards is the solution usually presented to people. And this is not like me coming up with something new. This is a well-established fact about any space repetition software or any flashcard system. So, but of course, the issue with that is that it does take time, and with languages is just it becomes prohibitively time intensive, which you're at that stage, you're wasting time on Anki when you can actually put your time and energy towards, well, engaging with the language otherwise. Reading, for example, listening, and just looking things up in the whatchamacallums, grammar dictionary or grammar guides, right? So. Well, I'm just thinking the system of cards in general, I mean, the TCG community, or is that totally unrelated for you? Oh, naruhodo. I understand what you're saying, Arbitrator. Yes. So I used to play TCG. I used to play Magic, actually. Magic the Gathering. a bit back when I was... Jesus Christ, that was a long time ago. Let's not talk about that. That was like at least 15 years ago. Bloody hell, time flies. Yeah, but yes, I'm well familiar with TCGs and actually quite like some card games on a computer. Skull Daddy is saying, Sumimasen, watashi no namae wa Shubu desu? Shubu? Oh, call me Shub. Hi. Okay, yes. I will call you Shub from now on, Skull Daddy. Or Shubu da yo, Shubu da be. Hi, arigato. But yeah, so Arpeggiatura, I'm not sure if this is the first Japanese stream you're checking out, but what we're doing, I'm literally just learning kanji and then I'm reading a bunch of sentences related to that kanji. So if you're curious about that, more than welcome to stay, my man. Oh, I play that now. Wow, if I had put my time elsewhere, I would be quite proficient at something. So you're saying it's better to study in other ways? I'm curious. Yeah. So okay. So if we're talking about language study, and hey, Arpeggiatura. So if you remember Byte Martin, I think he might have fallen asleep just before the stream started. He likes doing that. But if you remember Byte Martin, right? So I bullied him into starting Japanese. Well, I didn't bully him. I persuaded him. Not really, just by example. And he's now really into Japanese. He's been studying Japanese for 1 month. So, let me present you the best way to study Japanese, if you're thinking that maybe that might be an interesting thing. So, if you're curious about checking out language learning in general, or maybe Japanese in particular, the best thing to do is what is called comprehensible input, right? And comprehensible input is an immersion-based approach to learning, and it's context learning, right? So I'm just making the comparison of understanding a language to play in a video game. No, I gotcha. And this is what I'm actually about to actually talk about. So there is a website called CI Japanese, or Comprehensible Input Japanese, but there is also a channel by the same name. They're the same people. And if you check it out, and you know, if you're curious, I encourage you to do that. Alternatively, I have a video saying the top 5 on YouTube, the top 5 YouTube channels for complete beginners to study in Japanese. Check it out, and you'll actually get 7 recommendations there, not 5. But the way you study is if you watch any of the videos, it's the videos are 5 to 10 minutes long, and they use visual cues, drawing, pointing, miming, in order to convey to you the language without using your language. So they only use the target language, in this instance Japanese, in a video. And you, as long as you pay attention, I cannot stress it enough, and there are a lot of people online who are like, oh, just immerse, like 10 hours of immersion, you don't even need to understand anything. No, that's just waste of time. So as long as you pay attention, paying attention is key. Look, watch, listen, and try to understand what is being said. And you'll actually find out that from even the first minute of watching purely in Japanese, or in whatever your target language you might be learning, you'd be like, oh my god. Oh, so, you know, when they say hana and point to the nose, it means hana is nose in Japanese, or mimi, and things like that, right? So, and eventually, you know, you'll start building your vocabulary and immersing like that, and eventually you will come to the point where you can start playing games in Japanese, basic games, like myself right now. I'm at a level where I finally I'm able to start playing basic games and understand most of it, right? So not all of it, most of it, but this is the way. This is, it's all of the study is in context. A lot of it will be rooted, especially when you come to the point where you're playing games, in something that you are really interested in, and of course would have an emotional connection to it, because you will move on from comprehensible input Japanese videos to easy anime, easy manga reading, easy drama, easy movies, and move up from there. So that's the way. That's the way. A point in drawing miming. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. That's what it is all about. That's how I learn myself. But of course, right now I'm also learning kanji, and that's what we're doing right now. Talking off. Let's get back to learning kanji. Ideally, it would be a virtual reality experience where you just explore a completely feedback loop for you to learn through. I mean, I mean, it can be. There are a few games that kind of try and do that, but they promise a lot and they underdeliver. And they usually don't actually even try to go for virtual reality. It's just more like a sandbox. You walk around a pseudo district in Japan, and pseudo Japanese district with Japanese signs, etc., etc., etc. And but yeah, it's. Are using these same systems to train with. Imagine a drawing program that tries to guess what you're drawing. Like AI, you mean? Oh no, that's fine, man. That's fine. But well, that's all right, Arpeggiator. That's all right. Don't worry. I do appreciate the interaction, and it's good to catch up with you as well, man. I do miss doing some gaming streams, I gotta say, but this is what I'm concentrating on right now. So yeah, it is as they say, as it is. Yosh, これから日本語で頑張ろう. Okay, so let's read the next sentence. 19日目にはハドソン Is that a name? ハドソン川がハドソン川が見えてきた。19日、はい。はい。一校は、中国東文では何も見えなかった。一校。Why am I struggling with ikimasu? Like, why am I struggling with this kanji? I don't know. Page の下から7項目を見てください。7行目を見てください。はい。人見したところ、ただの本棚に見える。ただの本棚に見える。かな？一見したところ、ただの本棚に見える。 一見したところ、ただの本棚。本棚よ。なんだ、バカでしょ。全然見えない、読めないこりゃ。本棚だべ。本棚に見える。ただの本棚に見える。はい。わかった。ごめんね。That kanji struggle, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it just sometimes just get a brain freeze with it, you know? 小川さんのために多めに見ておいてやる。はい。手置く。私自身の目でそれを見たのだ。はい。12月28日、あれ28日、26日、8じゃねえよ、6だよ。6だ。はい、もう一度。12月26日、山田さんは、大事なことを見つけ出した。はい。12月26日、山田さんは大事なことを見つけ出した。はい。よし。ドロシ。意味がわかんねえよ。ドロシーには何も見えませんでしたが、トートには見えました。Japanese. Swear to God. I mean, I am glad that I haven't spent. I hated katakana. I know, man. I know. I'm like, I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out what doroshi means. Doroshi, ne. But like, God damn it. I mentioned it's like Wizard of Oz excerpt or something like that. But anyway. Oh my God. I'm like, what is Doroshi and what is Toto? That's what I want to know. God damn it, Japanese. カタカナだべ。難しいよ。よーし、次。Okay. Let's do Ryok.違う。Ryok. Okay. Let's just do a bit of writing first, so that should be cool.まあね。よーし、次。体力の足 I know it's not 足 it's something else なんとか覚え出して不足だよべ体力の不足 全力で力む力む。全力で力む。なるほど。体力全部で力む。はい。力むかな。ちょっと読み方は調べてみようね。
力む。
力む。はい。力む。あ、こりゃ。
体力全部で力む。
なるほど。力む is correct。ありがとうございます。ひのぐまさん。ありがとう。全国の力を活用する。はい。これから自力かな。自力で生活したい。自力じゃなくて自力だ。これから自力で生活したい。はい。どういたしまして。優しい。ありがとう。多少さんかな。多少さんには生活力があります。田代。これは白さんね。田代さんは生活力じゃない。OK。生活力があります。はい。セイタさんかな。セイタさんはパスワードを入力した。入力。やっぱり入力。はいじゃなくて入力した。なるね。なるほど。成田さんはパスワードを入力した。はい。中国の人たちはとても活力がある。はい。体力全部で力だができなかった。力んだができなかった。体力全部で力んだができなかった。はい。次。人力とは人の力を酔えることを言う。用いる。人力じゃなくて、人力とは人の力を用いることを言う。はい。That's an interesting one. トグニさん？東国さん？トグニさん？わかんない。東国さんはさらに力を入れることにした。東国、なるほど、東国さん。そっか。 か。はい。I wanna say. 部下かな。部下にしては、白山さんはなかなか力があるな。はい。自力とは、自らの力を用意、用いることを言う。自力。So it's 人力 and 自力かな。ちょっと待ってね。人力と自力。はい。自力と人力。はい。自らの力を用いることを言う。はい。自力。はい。一見、白川さんは体力がないように見えるが、そうでもない。はい。はい。よし、次。とうとう刀だよね。Okay, so it's pretty much the same as Chikara, only without the second stroke going over, right? So, but otherwise, it is very similar in terms of its positioning in the squares. Yosh. 次。ちょっと待って。と、刀ね。刀とと。はい。山とを持ちますか？山刀。OK。So, 山刀は、ハチェットでは、そっか。Things like that, I do like to just double check. It is the woodman's hatchet, right. It's woodman's axe. これは山刀じゃねえよ。ナイフだべ。何これ。はい。よし、次。小刀？ショート？コート？小刀かな？小刀一本で取りますか？足りますか？取りますじゃなくて足りますか？小刀ね。小刀一本で足りますか？はい。日本刀ともを見たことがありますか？よーし。あるよ。日本刀は見たことだけじゃなくて、なんか切りこともあるよ。ほら、本当に面白かった。2011年に日本に初めて行った旅行したかな。その時はブドウした。ブドウ は、martial arts っていうのはね、その時は、刀を、紙、よく切った。面白かったよ。はい、大刀かな。大刀とは、大きな、大刀とは、大きな刀のことを言う。大刀。はい。大刀。For somebody who done martial arts, I surely should know the names of the various swords, or at least the 太刀だべ。はいはいはい。太刀わかる。So that's how you write it. Okay. 大刀っていうのは太刀だ。はい。わかった。Okay, I take it back. I did know the what that sword is, but I just knew it as tachi rather than daito. なるほど。おい、次。Actually, seeing how we are halfway through, how about I introduce you instead, or not instead, we're gonna come back to this. Ladies, gents, lovely people, we will come back to this. Don't you worry, we'll be doing a little bit more of reading after. But right now, what I want to do is, it is this time of the day, yes, that I introduce you to yet another Comprehensible Input channel. Now, this channel kind of needs no introduction, but of course it does, since I'm introducing it. And it is known primarily for its podcast. Now, it's not Nihongo Konteppei. We have covered Nihongo Konteppei a couple of streams ago. But this is a very similar channel, but not as prolific. There are a lot of similarities to it, but let me show you. It is Yuyu no Nihongo Podcasto! Yes, so Yuyu no Nihongo Podcasto is not as prolific. He still has 570 videos. So primarily it is a podcast. So there are not a lot of visuals. So it is of course suitable for probably from Yuyu is the man. Absolutely. Rooftop Juice Box. Welcome to the stream. Yes, so Yuyu is indeed the man. He was actually the first podcast. So podcast and not a video that I have started listening to. That is only in Japanese. I've had a mix with NHK, Easy Japanese podcast that they used English and Japanese together. But this is the first Japanese podcast. So he does some N5 stuff because he marks it specifically as N5, and like, hora, look at this. These are all, I've listened to a lot of his podcasts. I've listened to heaps of his podcasts. I think the only other two channels that I might have listened more to, and actually, no, the only other one podcast that I've listened more to is Nihongo Konteppei. But, so he does some N5 stuff, some N4 stuff, but most of his stuff is quite squarely from lower intermediate to, I would say, maybe upper intermediate, maybe upper, but definitely intermediate level. So N3 for shiz, and probably N2, because I would consider N2 still kind of intermediate. But yes, so it's primarily podcast, but sometimes he has talking heads, right? Sometimes he has walking and talking vlog style stuff. He covers variety of topics. So if you're familiar with Nihongo Konteppei, this is very similar. He picks a topic, and he talks about it. Unlike Nihongo Kontepe, he usually stays on topic though. Nihongo Kontepe, I love the guy, but he's like, oh, today we're gonna be talking about this. And then 3/4 into the podcast, he's like, oh yeah, so this was supposed to be the topic of today's conversation, right? Let me quickly talk to you about that for the next 5 minutes, because 15 minutes were spent on like completely not related conversation. But Yuyo no Nihongo podcast, or Yuyo no Nihongo podcasto is definitely... he stays on topic. So, today's video is this one. So, Sayuru-san to, なんとかなんとかなんとかなんとかなんとか、大阪のなんとかです。I've been listening to your podcast nearly every day for the last few months. It's fantastic study material, also great to watch videos with Japanese subtitles to follow along as well. Yes, and he does, so unfortunately, like many comprehensible input channels, he has hard-coded subtitles. I would prefer not to have hard-coded subtitles because there is Yomitan and there is, of course, where are we? ASB player. Yes, this is not Yomitan, this is ASB player. This is what I wanted, so you can actually load subtitle yourself. And then all of a sudden, you have subtitles in a sidebar. And if you start, you see the subtitles appear here, which you can then hover over and use Yomitan with. But, you know, people do hard-coded subtitles. It's okay. It's okay. We will not... At least he doesn't do the English on top. So that's important, right? So, this is what we're gonna be doing. We are gonna be introducing you to this by listening to this video. And of course, if you are curious and if you like what you hear in the next 10 minutes, the link is in the description below. Go and sub to him and watch him, okay? So this video, as always, is not meant to take you away from his channel. It's meant to introduce you to the channel and make you sub to his channel. And of course, it's just comprehensible input for everybody involved. So I will shut up now. And for the next 11 minutes and 28 seconds, we'll listen to this. Chu is saying, I'm off now. Sorry I can't stay with you until the end of the stream. Chu, thank you so much for being here. As always, it is good to have you here, and have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next stream, all right? Bye bye. All right, let's start. お疲れ様です。お疲れ様でした。よし、じゃあね。またね。
ということで、
はい、
はるばる来ました。
はい。
大阪。
ようこそ大阪へ。
ああ、桜も散ってるし、はい、いいですね。
いいですね。
いいなあ、桜は。
僕東京の方なんですけど、
はい、
3日連続で雨で、せっかく満開の桜なのに、そう見られないな、寂しいなっていう、そんな状況だったので、やっぱいいね、青空と。
そうですね。
ね、青空と花見。最高よ。
ということでね、今回はそんな桜にちなんでお話ししていきたいと思うんですけど、いろいろ桜の名所ってあるじゃないですか。今まで行った桜の名所の中でここの桜良かったなっていうのあります？
九州の大分県にある臼杵という町に行ったことがあるんですよ。聞いたことがありますか？
ないよ。
まあ別府からそんなに遠くない、別府という大きな町があるんですけど、別府からそんなに遠くない町なんですけど、その臼杵という町には臼杵城跡っていうのがあって、お城自体はもうなくなっているんですけど、お城があった場所が残っていて、その上がすごく桜が綺麗なんですよ。
へえ、城跡に桜。
はい。
そっか。
そう、それがすごく綺麗でしたし、観光客の方が全くいないんですね。
でも聞いたことないですもんね。
で、地元の方だけで、なんですかね、その屋台が出ていたり、お花見をしていたり、はたまたバドミントンをしていたり。
バドミントン？
バドは
何？とてもいい雰囲気の場所なのでおすすめです。
そっか。
ちょっと雨降ってきましたね。
雨なんですか？
大変。
これ雨ですか？
狐の嫁入りですね。お天気雨ですね。
本当ですね。
またなんか不思議な天気ですけど。すいません。
今気づきました。
そう。そっか。
そ
じゃあもう一個お聞きしたいんですけど、日本人ってその桜もちろん名所があって綺麗なところはあるけど、思い出の桜もあると思うんですよ。例えば僕で言うと、高校のその校門を入ってちょっとしたところに桜のトンネルみたいなところがあるんですけど、すごいね印象に残ってるんですよ。なんかね、新学期が始まるぞっていうのと先輩がいなくなったぞってこの代替わりの部分だったりとか、ね、自主トレーニングに行くところにこうちょうど桜がこうね綺麗に咲いていて、
いいな。
そういうこう気持ちもセットですごいこう印象深い桜があるんですけど、
だよね。
そういうのあります？
いやない。
そっか。
結構私昔のこと忘れちゃうんですよ。
言ってましたよね。
ゆうすけさんよく覚えてますね。
そうだよね。
それぐらいしか覚えてない。
さすが。
本当ですか。じゃあそのないので代わりにもう一ついい場所を。
もちろん。これも
思い出に残ってる。思い出しました。桜の名所プラス思い出に残ってる場所がありました。それは滋賀県。はい、彦根城。
彦根あんの。
彦根あんの、そうに彦根城。
やれですか？ちょっと待ってね。First of all, welcome to the stream. Let us finish listening to this first. So this is the segment where we introduce people to a comprehensible input channel. And once we finish listening to this, I will be happy, very happy, to answer your question there, all right? So let's finish listening to this first.
に行った時に、桜が綺麗でライトアップも綺麗だったっていうのと、その琵琶湖からちょっと詳しく覚えてないんですけど、島があるんですよ。琵琶湖の中に島があって、その島には神社があるんですよ。お寺かな、神社かな、があって、そこにある桜がすごく綺麗でした。
いいな。
この島は船でしか行けないんです。だからここも人が少なくて、とってもおすすめです。いい
な。
ね、この人が少ないところっていうの大事ですよね。
大事ですよね。それは。
じゃあこう割とこう友達でこう花見で桜の下でワイワイというよりかはこう一人でしっぽりといたいかなっていう。
そうですね。一人とか少ない人数ですね。友達と多くて2人。多くて自分で誰かみたいな。
2人ね。夫婦一緒ね。
思い出した。
いいですよ。どんどん行きましょう。
地元になるんですけど、香川県の紫雲出山というところがあって。
地元はどこ？
紫雲出山県のになるんですけど、香川県の。
香川。四国。そっか。サイリュウさん、四国から。四国は出身ですよね。はい。
紫雲出山というところがあって。
紫雲出山。
はい、そこは、桜の名所ですね。結構、世界的に有名な雑誌で取り上げられた場所なんです。紫雲出山っていう場所があって、そこも、おすすめですね。
そこはこうどうしてそこにこう取り上げられるほどこう人気というか綺麗なんですか？何が？
そこはハイキングできるスポットでもあって、で桜も見えるし、そこからもう瀬戸内海の海が180度、360度か。
360度で見えるんだ。
なので、はい、すごく綺麗なんです。
そっか。
いいな。
なんかじゃあ山と海と桜が全部一気に楽しめるっていう。
山と海と桜。わあ、行きたいよ。
そこはやっぱ地元っていうことで結構子供の頃から行ってたんですか？
いえ、子供の頃からは行ってないです。
そうなんですか？
子供の頃そんなに自然が好きだと思わなかったんですよ。
やっぱり。
確かになんか子供の頃 頃ね小学生でこうなんか桜一人でこうやって見てたらちょっと
変でしょ小学生の時。
ちょっと現世のことを思い出しちゃってるからみたいなね。
そうだからまあ大人になってよく行くようになりました。
どうですかこう何歳ぐらいの頃というかどういう時期からこう桜を見ようって。
まあ、正直言うと、若い頃、まあ、10代とか20代でも私桜ちょっとよく分かんなかったんですよ、良さが。で今も、まあ、正直、まあ、分かんないんですよ。綺麗だなとは思うんですけどまあそうですね。
それはいい。
そんなに特別な思いは桜にないんですね。ゆうすけさんはそういう特別な思いがありますか？
やっぱねあります。その僕12年春日本に帰ってないんで、そうなんかやっぱり久しぶりで、僕も大学時代の時にそんなにこう足を止めてまで見るものじゃないじゃないですか。咲いてるなぐらいだったんですけど、なんかこう12年見られないっていうのでこう思いが膨らんでいって、そう今年はちゃんと見ようっていうふうに思って。そう見てみると
ゆうさんはメキシコ12年ぐらい住んでいたと思う。
変わるんだなっていうので、そうですね。大人になったなって思いました。
大人になりましたね。
足止めてみます桜？
もちろん何の植物でも足止めて見るんですけど、まあこの間見たのは桜に鳥が止まってたり、でも私個人的に好きなのは梅に目白が止まってるのが好きなんですよ。だから桜はなんかもっとなんかいいなんかあれがあれば教えてください。もっといい絵があれば。
そうね。でもやっぱ花びらの数が多いからね、散ると華やかですよね。
そうですね。
ただ梅は匂いがいいですよね。甘い匂いね。
でも桜も匂いが
この時期にどんな花が咲くとか
甘い
あまり
匂いが
考えたことなくて。あります？
私よく考えます。
そうですか。
なんか去年は高松市というところに住んでたので、なんですかね、そう歩いていると木がね冬になると全部切られたりするんですよ。でも春になると芽が出てきたりして、同じ散歩ルートで毎日見るので、出てきたと思って、夏になったらなんか葉っぱいっぱい出て赤い花が咲いたりして、
それはいいぞ。
そういうの見るのすごく好きですよ。
それが日本ならではですよね。いや僕もメキシコでちょっとこう外を歩くんですけど、そんななんかこう週ごとにつぼみがどうだとか花がどうだとかっていうのを全く感じなくて。
そうですか。
そっか。
いいですよね。そういう季節感があるのがね。
そうだよ、季節感。
もう一個聞こうと思って
Change of seasons だよね。
僕はその12年前に最後に桜を見てからいろいろあって今回ね。まさか桜の前で YouTube を撮ってるとは思わなかった12年前なんですけど、去年桜を見てた時はどんな状況だったとか心境だったのかなっていうのを言える範囲で。
なるほど。去年はですねちょっと大阪に引っ越したばかりで、結構いろんな人に会ってたんですよね。
そうなんですね。
でたまたまその桜の満開の日が、デジタルノマドっていうその、インターネットでお仕事ができる人の集まりがあったんです。会があって、その後お花見しようっていうことになって、大阪城公園でお花見しました。じゃ
あ去年は結構ワイワイ桜だったんですね。
ワイワイ桜で、フランス人の男性5人と。
日本人じゃなくてね。
フランス人の方と桜を見て、そうですね、楽しみました。
あれ、
そっか。
誰これ？
でも英語で
後ろで面白い人。で
も英語喋れない方もいたので、もう本当ノリでなんか綺麗だねぐらいな感じで。
で最高でも2人できれば1人っていうなんかね。言葉の通じない方と5人の桜はちょっと気が気じゃないですね。
そうですね。でも何も喋らなくていいんで逆に気も使わなくていいし。なので座って桜見てちょっと寒いな帰ろうぐらいな感じで普通の日常でした。
普通の日常。ちょっと寒かった。
そんなに自分的に特別な思いがないからかもしれませんね。
その春になったら桜を見るかもしくはこうやって ね、どっか出かけるかっていうね。どうですか、じゃあ今年のさゆりさんは桜の季節を迎えてどんな心境だったりとか。
いや本当に12年ぶりに桜を見るゆうすけさんと桜を見れて幸せです。
重いよね、なんかめっちゃしみじみしてて、なんか重いこの人みたいな。
大変よ。
いやでもまあそうですね、そういう思いを聞くと、私の桜に対する思いもちょっと変わりますね。
あ、やっぱ言われてみればっていうね。
そういう考え方の人もいるんだと思って、そうですね。
はい、ということで今回は桜にちなんだ桜をバックにこれ一本撮りたかったんですよ。
あ、そうですか。
せっかく春に帰るなら桜エピソード撮ろうと思っていて、さゆりさんと撮れてよかったです。
こちらこそありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。みんなお疲れ様でした。So, if you have enjoyed what you have seen here, go and subscribe to You no Nihongo Podcast. The link is in the description of the YouTube stream. So, yes. Now, let me answer. Yare desu ka? Welcome to the stream again. If you're still here, because I know that some people tune out. If you're still here, your question was when you started to understand Japanese conversations. Who says that I understand Japanese conversations? All right. So, I think this is a kind of a very good question, first of all, and a very important question, very important topic to talk about. Because there is this kind of myth going around, especially with people who are just starting to learn the language, who haven't been learning for a while, that there will be a time where you come from not understanding almost anything at all to just, oh my god, it's like your third eye has opened. You now understand everything. Unfortunately, I wish it would work like that. Unfortunately, that's not how the language works. All right. So there is a gradual progression. And you can summarize it, and it's not kind of my summary, it's many people on the internet summarize it in such a way that you start with understanding nothing. You start from zero. Okay, so that's the degrees of understanding. The first level, you understand nothing. The next level, you understand some words. The next level after that, you understand some phrases. The next level after that is you don't understand some phrases. The level after that, you don't understand some words. And the level after that is you understand everything as, you know, as far as the native. Gurai, ne? The native level. So the question when you started understanding Japanese conversations is indicative that, you know, there are many that indicative that you probably started learning or are thinking of starting to learn Japanese. So there are many levels to understanding. You could say that you understand Japanese conversations when you start understanding, when your level reaches roughly, I understand some phrases, right? So you'd be able to kind of get the gist of what is being said. Now, I will not give you a direct answer because my answer is 9 months after studying every day. However, there is a big however there. I have lived in Japan for 3 years. A long time ago. Yeah. 11 years ago, I've lived in Japan for 3 years. So I haven't reached the same level I'm at now when I lived there. I've haven't passed any GLPT test when I was there, but my level could have been surmised as just past N5, not yet N4, after 3 years. So there is this caveat. But after 9 months of studying every day, when I restarted, that was, 16 months ago, I've started studying every day. I've reached a level where I was starting to grasp the gist of what is being said. So I wouldn't understand everything, I wouldn't understand the particulars, and I definitely would not have, or I wasn't able to answer questions when I asked directly. But I was able to kind of, with misunderstandings, follow the conversation around me when I went to visit Japan and the family. My partner is Japanese. When I went to visit Japan and the family in November last year. So, yeah. That's when I would say I started getting it. All right. Of course, my comprehension has grown quite a bit since then. But I'm still like, I listened to this, I understood maybe 80% of what was being said. So, you know, it will be quite a bit of time before I get to the point where I'm getting 99.9%. And of course, you know, this is sort of topic of Hanami, right? Or specifically Sakura. That they were talking about, so not Hanami in general, but even though it was revolving around Hanami. But day-to-day conversations are definitely understand much more than before. But if we're talking about specific topics like, I don't know, politics, economy, maybe history and things like that, philosophy, I would be completely lost. So my comprehension would probably drop to like 30%. Maybe 40%, you know. So it's a gradual process, to summarize. It takes a long time, and you will slowly get from understanding some words to understanding some phrases to not understanding some phrases to not understanding some words, and then just being eventually using the language as if it was your native language, if you stick with it. Many people stop at about the level of I don't understand some words, and they're quite happy being at that level. They never actually continue learning from then on. But hey, that's a different topic entirely. Right. All right. So we have done some kanji and graded readers. We have listened to some Yu no Nihongo podcast, Comprehensible Input. Guess what's happening next? We're going back to graded readers. All right. All right. I know, I had you go in there for a second, didn't I? I had you go in there for a second. No, we'll go back to graded readers. So, again, we will be doing visual novel after I have caught up to where I studied 2 with Anki with a graded reader. All right. Yosh, kiri ne, or setsu to sai. Naruhodo. Okay. So let's do kiri. And let's do this again. Right, so you start on this side and then you go on the right side. So it should be up. All right, let's try and write this. And then it goes here. And then we go here. Oh, that is not how this was written. Right, let's try this again. God damn. And that just starts just about there. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Maybe a bit smaller for this and a bit bigger for that. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. I'll show you in a second what I'm writing, but yeah. Okay, I don't think that's the stroke, but anyway, have a look at this. Let me. Ora. All right. Okay. So the top one was the first one, and the bottom one was the last one. All right. Let's go and read some sentences. Ikire no pai. Hitokire no pai かな。hitokire no pai. はい。切り口をつける。はあ。そう、切り口、切り口。口じゃなくて、切り口をつける。そっか。So cut a slit into something. はい。部下を切り取る。はい。Well, this is an example of the parallel definition described in the introduction. In this case, the word being defined as undercut, as an undercut, a vein of ore. Keep in mind that the English text is not a definition of Japanese text, but its equivalent. Huh. Okay. Now that makes me wanna do this and actually figure out what it means, right? So cut off the bottom. It's not buka, it's kabu. I've dyslexed it. Kabu o kiritoru. だよね。部下じゃなくて、株を切り取る。はい。わかった。OK。エンジンを切る。I wonder if this is actually... I wonder if this is a Japanese phrase. Turn off the engine. Gotta be, right? Go back. Okay, let's not touch that again. Senkiri cabbage. It's a shredded cabbage, じゃない？メロンの一切れを切る。は。メロンの一切れを切る。そっか。体をもっと大切りにしたい？大切。OK。それは間違えちゃったな。体をもっと大切にしたいよ。はい。ピッツァは一人2切れずつだ。OK。ピッツァは一人2切れずつだ。はい。ステレオを切ってください。はい。ロースト用のラムの切り身かな？切り身。ロースト用のラム、ラム。カタカナ。ロースト用のラムの切り身。 そっか。I assume kirimi is like a cut off. Oh yeah, a cut off lump. Never mind. They actually translate it here. Yeah. 山田さんを信じきっている。信じきっている。あ、そっか。So 信じている would be I believe him. But 信じきっている trust him completely. そっか。このハサミはよく切れる。はい。すると、白川さんは、口、ろ過かな口火ろ過を切った。口火。すると、白川さんは口火を切った。It's almost like he laid into somebody. So I just want, because this translation, I'm not quite happy with it. Then Shirakawa has started the fire. This is even worse. All right. So when you do a sentence translation in Mazi, they not 100% accurate, but okay. I have a feeling that the meaning here is more of that he laid into somebody. He started in on all that he had to say. その感じと思うね。はあ。木の木目かなを切るための手のこぎり。木の木目を切るための手のこぎるかな。木目。No, I've read it the first time, right? 木の木目を切るための手のこぎる。木目。So this is grain. 手のこぎる handsaw, right? So こぎり is a handsaw. はい、わかった。体の一部がなんとか、じきりを紅葉にする。行うようにする。体の一部が節、きりじゃなくて節を行うにする。Right. 体の一部が節を行うにする。はい。Autotomy. What the hell is autotomy? Jesus Christ. Right, let's just translate this in Mazi. Or attempt to. All right. And actually, I just realized that I've been streaming like this with my face there without actually having the book in front. Right. I apologize for that, lovely people, but we are back streaming properly. 私はいつまでもそれを大切にする。木こりは手をので、レタスを千切りにした。 木こりは、そっかそっか。はい。本人からの時価は人切り受け取っていません。新書。It's 書。間違えちゃったね。あの漢字。はい。一切、一切りじゃなくて、一切受け取っていません。はい。本人からの新書は一切受け取っていません。はい。なんとか。多少さんは手を小刀で切ってしまいました。田代さんは手を小刀で切ってしまいました。はい。かわいそう、そりゃ。これは大切なチャンスだから、みんな力を入れよう。はいはいはい。次は、大津の国で力のない木こりが手をのを用いて木を切った。大津の国で心のない木こりが木こりが手斧を用いて木を切った。そっか。はい。わかった。もはや全国の人々はトランプさんが言うことを一切信じない。面白い。Not an actual thing anymore, is it? 大変だよ。あれ何これその漢字知らねえし、その漢字。あれそっか。So this is another way of writing the kanji? あれそっか。Yeah, probably. 当人。Jesus Christ. 白人。God damn it. There we go. Okay. All right. So it's kind of very similar to Chikara and Blade and Kiri. Ne? Well, apart, not Kiri, but yeah, Blade. All right. Yosh. Okay. Let's read a few sentences with that. Yes. What was it? Jin to ha. Okay. この刀のジンは、歯はまだ鋭い。歯はまだ鋭い。はい。この刀とはとてもよく切れる。刀刃。はい。この刀刃はとてもよく切れる。はい。白人とは、むき出しの歯のことを言う。むき出しの歯のことを言う。はい。中田さんが、自陣違う。自陣するため中田さんが自陣するため、歯をむき出した。自陣するため、そっか。怖い、それ。なんとかさん。セナオさんはかな自らの足を鋭い刃物で切った。張さんは自らの足を鋭い刃物で切った。鋭い刃物だから手を切らないようにしてね。はい。よし。All right. I think this is the perfect place for us to say thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate you all being here, interacting, saying hello, asking questions, and of course, studying together.